But for real, the earliest memory I have ever that I can remember is what's up, Baby D? Live in the mix, DJ Baby D. Is laying down in the living room. My mom had just redone all the floors, and I remember that because I was always real OCD my whole life. But I remember the floors looking so clean, I knew I could like lay down and draw. And my mom, I forgot what she was doing. She had her friends in the kitchen or whatever, and she was in the kitchen. They were drinking coffee and hanging out and smoking cigarettes. And I remember laying down, and there's this painting. You guys, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Maybe let me turn. No, it looks like a black blob. You see that painting right there? It's in my hallway now. But that painting used to hang in my mom's house. And it was in the living room. And I used to I love that painting. I used to look at it. I always thought it was me. I always thought that painting was me. So I was laying down, I was coloring and stuff like that, and I copied that painting. And I remember I copied that painting and went into the kitchen and I gave it to my mom. And she went goo-goo gaga over me and over the painting and how dope it was, showed her friends and stuff like that. Later on, I heard about the story when I was older. We were at my brother's house in Louisiana, and all of us were together, and my mom told the story. And I just remember then that my mom, and she told us later on when we were adults, she said, I knew then you didn't draw and you didn't color like a little kid. You didn't draw or color like a 4-year-old. You drew and colored like an adult. And I just remember her reaction, and I remember like loving that, you know, and from that point on, I drew all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? I would get my coloring book. I did coloring books. I did paint by numbers. I was doing paint by numbers when I was 4. I was doing. I'd get my comic books because I got grounded a lot. When I was a kid, I got grounded a lot. I was always in trouble. I was always a class clown, always goofing off in school, always making people laugh and trying to make people laugh. Always like pushing the boundaries with authority like my mom's or adults on the block or whatever. And my mom would say, you guys are grounded. I do not want you to leave this house. Do you understand? And she would go to work. And then she would come home from work and I'd be sitting out on the porch with all my friends. And she'd be like, boy, what did I tell you? You're grounded. You were grounded. I told you not to leave this house. And I said, I didn't leave the house. I'm on the porch. You know, always like pushing it. You know what I'm saying? I get grounded even more. So I would get grounded. I have to go to my room and I would get out my, comic books out. And I would, you know, trace my comic books. And then I would color and use the color blends for my comic books. And, that's where I got like my color combinations and stuff like that. And then later on when I got older, I started doing graffiti, and graffiti just kind of fit perfectly in with my life and, you know, and just my art style, you know what I mean, by then. And which is trippy because a lot of graffiti artists get their color techniques from comics and stuff like that. So, but yeah, man, that's when I started. I've been doing it my whole life. You know what I mean?